Grace and peace. My name is Pastor Emmanuel Rene. Welcome into Life in the Word. I have to my right
Minister Kate,
Minister left.
Mrs. Present.
Praise the Lord. They excited. Praise the Lord this morning. Praise the Lord. We're going to talk on this segment about write down the vision and make it plain. Amen. And we talk about a lot of times, if I teach here, never leave everything to memory. Write everything down completely. And a lot of times, there's something about, I was reading something one time. He said, how do you go from worry, right? He said that the best way to deal with worry, right, is to be able to not think. If you keep yourself active, you'll not get worried. A lot of times you see people get into a worry mindset is the people who's home not doing nothing.
Yeah.
When you're not doing nothing, they said that an idle mind is the devil's playground because he messes with your head. When you're not doing nothing, you begin to think about your life. You're going from the time you were young to the time you were old. You're thinking of, and then you go into fear. Oh Lord, look at me. But now the plan is when you are worried, you need to keep yourself active. You need to keep doing something. Keep have a friend. Call that friend, exercise. But they say the best thing, even in anger and even in worry, there's something that you do when you take the thoughts in your head and you put it in paper and make it stay still. You put it in paper, say, okay, you bring it out of you and you put it in here. So you're no longer dominant and you should be able to deal with it. So there's something powerful about when you have a plan in your head and you put it in paper. So what it does is you look at that plan, you be able to revise it and look at it and you bring it to reality. Anytime you write something and you put it down on paper, you bring it from the realm of spirit and bring it to the realm of reality so you can see it now. If you look at anybody who ever created something, right? It didn't just pop up, they wrote it down, a prototype of it.
Right.
For the iPad, for the computer. If you look at all these things, somebody wrote it down. We're going to make this iPad. This is what we want in it. This is how it's going to be. They didn't just think it and did it, but they thought it and wrote it first. And they put it into a piece of paper and be able to look at it and be able to do something with it and revise it and think. And sometimes when you put it on paper, you begin to have more ideas on how to add to it and how to increase it and do certain things with it. But I find that a lot of times in life, we're not writing the things that we want to be done for our lives. We're not writing the plan because it makes you more accountable when you write down the vision and make it plain. What is the vision for your health? So you can say, I have a good idea what I want to be. But when you put it in paper, you tend to more act on it than you just thinking on it. You know, when you go to exercise, I don't know, I was thinking about it. That's what you say, I'm thinking about it. You see, you thinking about it. That means you are in a place of non-action.
Right.
You just thinking. But when you put it down on paper and begin to put some things down on paper, you tend to be more, okay, now I brought it from the invisible, now bring it to the natural realm, right? So now if I put it on paper, I tend to more want to do something more, right? Okay, I want to go Tuesday, I want to go Wednesday, I want to do this, I want to do that. So you continue to go to the next plan of your life. And I think that a lot of times any great person that done anything, they plan their life, what they would like to do, which way they would like to go. At least you put down the vision. And when I look at it, when you look at it, in the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 1, it says, I will stand at my watch and station myself in the ramparts. I will look to see, right, what he will say to me. So this guy, man, is looking at life and he's looking at, I'm going to see. I'm going to see what he will say to me. How you going to see God speak in life? And you're going to say, what is God saying to me in this situation? What is God saying to me in that situation? I'm going to see what he will say to me. I'm going to see which way he wants my life to go. Maybe God don't want me to go there. And God speaks in different ways and moves in different ways of your life. And look at this. I will look to see what he'll say to me and what answer I'm to give to this complaint. And what I'm going to do with what's going on. Then the Lord replied, right? Look what God said. Write down the revelation. See, write down the ideas. The first thing of anything you're going to do in your life is you got to learn to write down the ideas. Do not leave your ideas to memory because you can forget it. God can give you $1 million ideas, but you forgot it. God can show you the revelation to the problems that you're having in your life, but you say, okay, I'm going to remember it. And a lot of times, if you don't write something, you'll forget what you were saying 5 minutes ago. So you need to write the things down. Do not. So the first thing God said to him, write down the revelation. Write down the thoughts. Write down the ideas. When he tells you to do something, write it down. Right away, go find a piece of paper. Write it down. Okay, God, this is what you want me to do. This is the way you want me to go. And look at what it says here. Make it plain on tablets. Make it plain. See, we don't have no tablets or stone, but make it plain on your notebook.
Yes, yes.
Right? So make it plain. Make it plain to where you want to go. How you going to do it. Which way you're going to do it. If you choose to work out, okay, how many pounds I want to lose? I want to lose 20. Okay, what's the next step I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to run. Find out how you will do it.
Yeah, what time?
You know, find out, okay, what time do I have available to make that thing? Because when something is important to you, you make time for it.
Yes.
So you make the plan. You make the purposes on how I'm going to do it. You need to start off. You see, I heard this guy say, don't start your week until you make the plan for your week first. Don't start your day unless you make the plan for the day. Remember, Sunday, what did I tell you guys? I said God created the day, right? But what do you create? You create the morning. You create the rest of the day with your plan. He gave you the day. What you going to do with that day and how you going to do it. And a lot of times, most of us do not honor the time and the plan that God gives us by creating and writing some things. Okay, this is what I want to do. And I found the problem with it is like it keeps you away from nonsense.
Yeah, it does.
It keeps you away from frivolous things that really don't bring no kind of importance to your life and no kind of strength to your life. When you have a plan, you find yourself, you're busy doing it. You're busy, okay, this is what I got to do now. I don't got no time for no nonsense and play. That's why you see people who don't got a plan. They're busy on the phone gossiping. I don't got no time. The time is precious because all my mornings and all my time has a purpose to it.
Right.
So I don't got no time for that. I don't got no time to gossip and talk about, who's doing who and who, what's happening in that situation because it don't bring no importance to my life.
Right.
You know, it don't bring no importance to my life. You tend to gravitate towards people that's having same plans as you. They say, man, how we going to build on this? How we going to grow in this and get things going? And you find out that people who's living that life according to a plan don't got no other time for nonsense. Don't got no other time for stupidity. Their life is so important. Their time is important. They be like, man, I don't got no time. That's garbage thinking. People who live a planned life don't have life for garbage thinking. Garbage thinking is people who come to a point that's all they talk about is the problem and the situation. But why not think about how you're going to solve it?
Yes, solution, yes.
Garbage thinkers just come in, oh, well, I got the problem. I'm going to dump it on you, you garbage. You this, you that. But you know what? When you have a plan, you find most people when they go to a situation, they stuck or they're going through certain things, they have meetings with people that they can revise the plan. And so you know what? They know that there are going to be some failures and you're going to know how to strategize a new way to get around stuff. But guess what? At least I have a plan. I don't have no time for the nonsense. So the first thing that God told them is this, right? Write down the vision and make it plain. Hold it in your hand. See it in your hands and begin to do the things that you have to do with it.
Yeah.
Amen?
Amen.
My name is Pastor Emmanuel Renee.
I'm Minister Cave.
I'm Minister Bazan.
Amen. One thing to say to you.
Jesus is Lord.
God bless you.
Jesus said, I've come to give you life, and I've come to give you life more abundantly.